Question 1. More husbands are now performing household chores mainly because they are responding to the changing roles of the family members. 1C. 2. Maxine Lewis lives with her unmarried mother and father. The union between her parents can best be described as common law. Items 3 and 4 refer to the following scenario. Susan is 26 years old. She is married, has 2 children, and a well-paid job. Her husband died in a motor vehicle accident. Soon after his death, Susan and her children went to live with her parents, her brother, and his family. This situation has changed Susan's family structure from nuclear to extended. Which of the following factors would likely have had the least influence on Susan's decision to live with her relatives? D. Insufficient income to provide for her children. Question 5 refers to the family tree. What is the relationship of Ravid Brown to Lai Green? Ravid and Lai, that is his uncle. What is the relationship? What relation is Trevor to Peter Brown? That is grandson. Trevor and Peter Brown is at the top here. Seven. Which of the following are agents of the socialization process? C. Peer groups. 8. Some adolescents challenge the views and attitudes of adults. Such a situation is brought about by generational conflict. 9. Research suggests that young people are influenced to use illegal drugs mainly because of peer pressure. 9B. 10. Which of the following are items of expenditure for government? 10A. Pensions. 11 refers to the scenario. The citizens of Gordon Village are not satisfied with plans to locate a cemetery on land adjacent to the main river in their community. They formed a group to make representation to the parish council. The group of citizens formed may best be classified as an interest group. 11C. 12. Which of the following is most likely to undermine the authority of parents in the home? 12B. Inconsistency in rewarding and punishing children. 13. Which of the following is a characteristic of a strong leader? Strong leader willing to make decisions. 14. The type of care associated with the elderly is described as geriatric. Number 15. Which of the following characteristics must a group possess to be considered a formal group? A code of conduct, specific objectives, and membership requirements. So 15D, 1, 2, and 3. Number 16. Samuel broke one of the school rules and the teacher gave him 250 lines to write. This action is an example of a sanction. Number 17. Which of the following best characterizes a primary group? You have face-to-face interaction. 18. Which of the following is not included in the written constitution of a country? Methods of taxation. 19. Adolescents are most likely to influence each other in a positive way when they become involved in guidance and counseling activities. 20. Which of the following would not usually be associated with educational institutions? So that's D, the suppression of freedom. 21. Which of the following is not a role of trade unions? That's B, reporting negligent workers to management. 21 and 23 refer to the following dialogue. Sita, when Marvin was group leader, he was always ordering us about. Paul, I prefer a group leader who allows members to do as they please. The leadership style of Marvin, as described in the dialogue, is A, autocratic. Number 23, Paul's statement indicates that he prefers a leader with a style that is laissez-faire. Number 24, the political party which forms the government in the first past the post system is the party that wins the most seats. A national budget has a deficit when the expenditure is greater than revenue. Number 26. Which of the following matters is not normally dealt with by the family court in the Caribbean? That's C, the probate of wills. Number 27. In CARICOM countries, citizens have the right to vote. This right is called universal adult suffrage. 28. A political campaign is a method used by parties to encourage people to vote. 28B. Which of the following sequences outlines the order through which a bill proceeds to become a law in most Caribbean countries? So that is C, the lower house, the upper house, and then the governor general or president. In which of the following countries is proportional representation practiced? 30A. Do you know the full quota of multiple choice questions can be found in the future book for social studies? Make sure to get that one. Get the book. Number 31. A lack of sufficient resources to support the demands of the nation's population is known as overpopulation. Infant mortality rate refers to the death of children under the age of 1 year. That's D. Items 33 and 34 refer to the diagram in country P. So you have the diagram here. Which of the following is the most likely reason for the decrease in the population between the ages of 25 to 49? Population is small. And that response will be emigration, B, 33B. Number 34, the number of males too young to be included in the productive sector is approximately 2,250, and number 34 is C. Item 35 refers to the following table where you have to calculate the population density. So which country has the lowest population density? And that response is going to be D, which is 4, country 4. Thirty-six, the labor force is best defined as D, the employed, unemployed, qualified, and willing and able to work. Which of the following best explains why birth rates in the Caribbean have been falling for some time? So B, family planning is now encouraged in several countries. Which of the following best describes a census? That's D, the counting of the population of a country and the recording of its characteristics. 39, which of the following contribute directly to the fall in the infant mortality rate? So you have 1, improved nutrition, 2, vaccination against diseases, and 3, the development of high-income households. So improved nutrition and vaccination against diseases, that's A, so 39A. Which of the following is most likely to result, number 40, from the rising levels of unemployment in a country? Number 40 is D, increased desire to emigrate. 41, healthy individuals are beneficial to a country's development because they are more likely to be productive and effective workers in a country. 41D. Number 42. Which of the following situations is likely to result from an increase in the immigration rate in a country? That's B, overpopulation. 43. An example of intra-regional migration would be St. Lucia to Grenada, so you are moving within the Caribbean. Number 44. Most Caribbean countries remain producers of primary products mainly because they lack the means to process their resources. 44D. Which of the following is most appropriate order of tasks for a job seeker? So you have 1, assess qualifications and experience. 2, collect information about available job vacancies. And 3, write applications for the desired job. So that order would be to collect information, assess your qualifications, and then write your application. So that is B. 46, the concept of push and pull are associated with the migration of people. Item 47, you have this diagram here. No work, low wages. I'll work and live better in town. Which of the following may result if many people do what the young man in the picture is doing? So you have rapid growth of cities, the brain drain experienced by many developing countries, and you also have inadequate housing, educational, and health facilities in urban areas. So number 47, that response will be 1 and 3 only. Number 48, Which of the following CARICOM groups is made up of prime ministers, executive presidents or chief ministers, heads of government conference? C. Which of the following is the most important aim of the trading arrangements within CARICOM? That one is A, to promote economic development in the region. Number 50, which of the following shows progression of Caribbean integration movement? That's Federation, CARIFTA, and CARICOM. 50C. 51. If a CARICOM country imposes restrictions on CARICOM products, which of the following provisions is being violated? That's 51A, liberalization of trade. 52. Between 1958 and 1962, Caribbean governments have made attempts to unify the region politically by forming a federation. 53. Which of the following organizations is most likely to be the first to respond in the event of a disaster in the region? You have SEDMA. 54. Which of the following is based on exploiting non-renewable natural resources? That is C, bauxite mining. 55. The natural increase in the population for country X was A, 15,000. 56. Renewable resources may provide energy in the Caribbean for years to come. One example of a renewable physical resource would be sunlight. 57. Which of the following problems are usually associated with rapid urban growth in developing countries? So you have 1, unemployment, 2, shortage of housing, 3, shortage of motor vehicles. So this response will be 1 and 2 only, A. 58. Individual countries in the region are too small to make their presence felt on the world stage. Implied in this statement is the need for individual countries to A, return to colonialism, B, expose republicanism, C, harmonize foreign policies, or D, demand for democratic freedom. This response is C, harmonize foreign policies. 59. Which of the following actions may hinder integration in CARICOM? So 59, that answer is what may hinder which may hinder integration in CARICOM. So you have B, restrictions on intra-regional trade. And number 60, which of the following would play an important part in a government's effort to increase consumption of locally produced food? So number 60 is A, increasing subsidies to farmers. And that is the end of our review of 2024.